Good morning, Thailand. This is Voice of the Nation. We are broadcasting live every Monday to Friday from 8 to 9 a.m. hosted by ผมวิทยาแสงอรุณและคุณนีรชามาริศักดิ์ครับสวัสดีครับคุณนีน่าครับ
สวัสดีค่ะคุณวิทยาสวัสดีค่ะ everybody there. So Voice of the Nation brings you updates and what's happening in Thailand. I hope you enjoy our program and I hope our program will be your favorite English morning news program.
Right. To watch Voice of the Nation's previous episodes, please visit our YouTube channel at The Nation Thailand and on Facebook page. Just search the words The Nation Thailand.
So as for today's our special live interview, I am so excited about the topic that we're going to discuss about because it's going to be about innovations and technology and infrastructure for the aged people, impaired people, and patients who are in the recovery stage. So we have our special guest speaker today is Kun Kritsana Lalai, Chairman of Thailand Friendly Design Expo 2022 and President of Friendly Design, who has more detail and will come to talk about this with us today.
Right. But before we start today, I'd like to bring our infographic project to introduce to our audience to visit this work of art. Let's check this out. So we got the Blue Diamond Affair explained for the time period that how this event started and the impact of the Blue Diamond for the news that we reported the other day. And also this is the work that we like to show to the audience that you can understand what's going on in just one piece of design. And Kunina, what do you think about this one?
Beautiful. I love this piece of art.
I see.
I mean the infographic.
Infographic, right?
Yes.
It's quite taking time too, Kunina, to come up with a final design like this because a lot of details and also we have to be very careful about how to present it.
But then for those who doesn't know what's the story of the Blue Diamond can actually understand through these timelines because it's actually been digested very easily to understand.
Right. So we came up with two versions. This is the long version. It's like a strict, really long one, and also we have like carousel slides for the people to follow very easily. And another thing that we like to put it on is to make it emotion. Make it like moving
sentimental
image. Right. And then also we can also produce this into a short clip to explain for those people who like to watch video clip as well. So we hope our audience enjoy our The Nation infographic. Right. Thank you for showing this, right? The team.
So let's start our day today, Thursday, 3rd of February 2022, with the development in Thai politics. It's getting hot every day.
Let's see.
So that there is maybe a sign of the general election to take place soon. And for those many who are tired of the government and call for the dissolution of parliament to hold new general elections, they can maybe cross their fingers as yesterday the election commission has sent a letter to election directors in 76 provinces, including Bangkok, asking them to start preparing their constituencies for the general elections and to split electoral districts into at least 3 types for the operations after the laws related to the constitution are approved and enforced. The Election Commission has calculated the number of members of parliament according to the amended 2021 constitution. The Ministry of Interior has counted Thailand's population at 66,171,439 people, while there will be 400 constituency MPs. The average population per constituency MP is around 165,428. According to 2017 population estimates, there will be 139 MPs in the central region and Bangkok, 58 MPs in the southern regions, 71 MPs in the northern regions, and 132 MPs in the northeastern regions. The number of MPs in an electoral district is decided according to the population in the year before an election. And if the current House of Representatives completes its 4-year term, the election will be held after 24th of June 2023 or next year, and will use the population estimates of this year, 2022, which the Ministry of Interior usually announces in January 2023 or at the early stage of next year. The fact that the Election Commission used the population estimates of the 2021 as a basis for calculating the number of MPs in each province signals that there may be a dissolution of parliament and elections within 2022 or this year ค่ะคุณวิทยา
Right. So we have this big development. Mhm.
We do, but last night the Thai politics also heating up again
Mm.
because last night the news broke down as we will have on 17 and 18 of February there will be a 2-day session of Parliament which will involve general discussions on key issues but without resolutions under the Article 152 of the opposition parties' motions.
Mm.
So political parties came to disagreements after an hour of discussion yesterday. A total of 30 hours have been allotted for the discussions from 9:30 a.m. on February 17 to 12:30 a.m. on February 18, and again from 9 a.m. on the second day until midnight. The opposition will speak for 22 hours, while the cabinet will have 8 hours to answer questions. If there is not enough time, they can extend the session. The opposition has vowed to manage time for MPs debate at 11 hours a day. So, Kunirot Lekha, the chairman of the government whip, said that the discussions would be beneficial for the government to get to know the flaws, giving the opposition full of 22 hours. The government is confident that it will be able to clarify and answer all questions in 8 hours and thank the opposition for giving advice to the government for the benefit of the nation. On the 2 days, the Prime Minister and all ministers will attend the debate. The discussion will resolve around questioning facts and suggesting guidelines for solving problems to the government. And the opposition is focused on 4 main issues, which will be the economic crisis, the COVID-19 pandemic, and African swine fever, and also political crisis and failed government administration.
Right.
And so, okay, we will move on from the Thai politics. We will move to updates about the unrest in Myanmar. As we know that a few days ago, Myanmar marks 1 year of military coup d'etat.
Right.
On that day, there was a nationwide silent strike, leaving the main cities deserted. So we also have reports on these casualties caused by an explosion in Tha Ki Lek, actually near the Thai border ค่ะคุณวิทยา
ครับคุณนีน่าครับ February the 1st is the first anniversary of the coup in Myanmar. People who oppose the military government went on strike. And at Tha Ki Lek near Thai border, an explosion occurred. It has resulted in deaths and injuries. A nationwide strike in Myanmar on Tuesday marked the 1-year anniversary of the army seizures of power. Streets in some of Myanmar's main city were nearly deserted on Tuesday as opponents of a military rule held silent strikes. Activists urged people to stay indoors and businesses to close in the silent show of defiance, despite warnings of arrest, jail, and a seizure of businesses. A man set himself on fire in a central town, and according to a resident and to local news outlets, he is in serious He's in a serious condition in hospital. The man was protesting at intermittent power supplies. In Takilek, a border town in Shan State in eastern Myanmar, an explosion at the pro-government rally killed 2 people and injured at least 38 others, 6 females and 32 males, including 6 critically wounded, according to a reporter with the online local Takilek news agency, which supports the shadow government of the NLD. According to a news source, most of the marchers were ex-soldiers or villagers brought in for the demonstration. Opposition groups in Tarkilek confirmed that the group of people who came to the rally were ethnic Lao who were paid 100 baht each to join the rally to show their support for the Myanmar army. No one has claimed responsibility for the blast. The bombers struck shortly after noon in front of a crowd of protesters in central Ta Kilek opposite to Mesai district of Chiang Rai province. There have been rallies to show support for the Myanmar army since Sunday, January 30th. Each day, about 1,200 people gathered at the rally. There were also pro-junta events in several locations, including the capital, Naypyidaw, where thousands attended the rally, some dancing and holding aloft photograph of Min Aung Hlaing with banners wishing him good health. ครับคุณนีน่าครับ
So meanwhile, in ASEAN, for ASEAN nations, after ASEAN foreign ministers refused to attend the meeting in Cambodia last month due to dissatisfactions with Prime Minister Hun Sen, Cambodian Prime Minister, meeting with the Myanmar generals, Cambodia announced the new date and time of the meeting for the ASEAN retreats. So Cambodia's top diplomat, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperations, Prak Sukhon, has confirmed and announced the new date in a virtual meeting with UN Security Council or UNSC President Mona Jules on 28th of January that the ASEAN Foreign Ministers retreat will resume between 16 to 17 of this month of February. The ASEAN Foreign Ministers retreat initially scheduled last month on the 18th and 19th of January, but was postponed due to the rapid spread of Omicron coronavirus variant. There was the reason given. However, the postponement came a few days after Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Sen visited military rule Myanmar. He became the first foreign leader to meet the country's coup leader, Min Aung Hlaing, who has killed more than 1,400 people for opposing his takeover in February last year. Myanmar has been a thorn in the regional bloc side since the military coup last year in an unprecedented move. ASEAN excluded the junta leader from several summits. ASEAN excluded the junta leader from several summits for his failure to honor peace agreements he made with the group, causing divisions among members over how to deal with Myanmar. But the Cambodia's top diplomat, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperations, explained that Hun Sen's visit to Myanmar was meant to re-engage Naypyidaw in dialogue with and find ways forward in the implementations of the ASEAN 5 points consensus. He said that the visit was also aimed at ending violence and extending truce by all parties in order to build trust and create a conducive environment for inclusive dialogues. And also it was meant to pave the way for the safe and speedy delivery of humanitarian relief to the people of Myanmar and aim at building trust, confidence, and understanding. And it can certainly act as stepping stone for further progress. Hun Sen went there to plant trees for peace and reconciliation. So time, patience, and pragmatism are needed before anyone could harvest the fruits.
Right. Thank you for our media partner, Asian News Network, for this news report. Okay. Coming up, next one, we'll check out about the Bank of Thailand on moving the country to a cashless society. People who like to use cash and are not familiar with digital money will find this new report a big alert as the authorities are accelerating Thailand to become a cashless society. The Bank of Thailand has recently come out with a consultation paper to guide the country into the digital world. The bank will open for discussion the structure of service fees. It will discuss and summarize the structure with related organizations this year to set fees for cash or check transactions. The objective is to reduce the amount of money and cut down the number of paper checks to less than 50% of current usage within 5 years for Thailand to become a cashless society. For the country to become a cashless society quickly, the Bank of Thailand or BOT is accelerating the process to reduce money transactions because every transaction with cash has a cost. The fees are considered an important determinant, indicator, and stimulus for people to use less cash. The BOT organized discussion will see if citizens agree with the change or not. In another development, the move by the BOT, the Securities and Exchange Commission, and the Finance Ministry to ban the use of cryptocurrencies for purchasing products and services is aimed at preventing negative impacts on financial stability and the economy. The action comes as digital asset business operators have begun to facilitate retailers and entrepreneurs who are eager to use cryptocurrency to pay for products and services, thereby encouraging the public to use digital assets for payment apart from investment. However, this places people at risk of price volatility and hence monetary loss, cyber attacks, personal information leakage, or being used as tool for money laundering. The ministry, the Bank of Thailand, and the Securities and Exchange Commission said they would launch guidelines related to digital access based on the country's financial system and customer interests. Bank of Thailand Governor Kun Sethaput Suthiwat Naruput said clear and appropriate guidelines related to digital access are necessary to ensure that innovations benefit people. So let's take a look at what is happening with the cross-border market ครับคุณนีน่า got a report ครับ
So, jumping from cryptocurrency to offline markets, we find that the cross-border trade has jumped up 30%. So, the Commerce Ministry has set eyes on another 5 to 7% growth in 2022 from the continuing recovery of global and regional economies affected by the COVID-19. The use of the new China-Laos Railway might just be a breath of fresh air that will expand the market and help transport farm goods from Thailand to Vientiane and maintain mainland China. The Commerce Ministry reported on yesterday that across the border trade in last year expanded 30% compared to the previous year, while setting a target of 5 to 7% growth for this year. Commerce Minister Jurin Laksanavisit said that the total trade of 1.71 trillion baht last year represented a rise of 30.03%, with exports rising 34.6% to 1.03 trillion baht and imports up by 23.7% to 684 billion baht. The cross-border trade in 2021 has overwhelmingly exceeded the ministry's target of 6% expansion by 5 times. And this year, the ministry estimates the trade volumes will continue to grow within the range of 5 to 7% year on year. And exports are expected to amount to 1.08 trillion to 1.1 trillion baht. The factors that would contribute to an expansion in cross-border trade in this year include the continued recovery of global and regional economies from the impact of COVID-19, the weakening baht that would increase product price competitiveness, and the use of the newly opened China-Laos Railway that would greatly help in transportations of farm products from Thailand to Vientiane and Chongqing two of the biggest markets of agricultural products. And to further facilitate cross border trade, the ministry will continue to work with government agencies and the private sector, both domestic and overseas, to locate potential buyers in the new market. In addition, this year the Commerce Ministry expects to reopen more border checkpoints that had been shut to prevent COVID-19 from spreading. And of the 29 and of the 97 checkpoints that Thailand shared with Malaysia, Myanmar, Laos, and Cambodia, only 48 are now open for cross-border trade. And Thailand plans to reopen at least 12 more this year. The ministry will continue to closely monitor the two risk factors that could hinder the expansion of cross-border trading. One is the situation now that the more transmissible Omicron is a major variant found in Thailand and neighboring countries, and the other is the economic political situation in Myanmar, especially the import control policy that aims to reduce the country's deficit balance. Mhm.
Mhm.
So, คุณวิทยาคะ are you into any sports?
Watching, it's okay.
Any exercising?
Just fitness and workout, not into the heavy sport,
Okay, just keep maintaining healthy lifestyles. But
Right.
you know that SEA Game is approaching.
Mm-hmm.
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 And we have one of the brand that we know widely know in Thailand that has its eyes on the SEA Game. คุณยอด
Right.
คะ Do you have the updates on this?
They are from Japan, Kunina. Japanese
Mm-hmm.
multinational giant Ajinomoto will be the official main sponsor of the 31st Southeast Asian Games or SEA Games to be
Mm-hmm.
held in Vietnam in May 2022. The company said it would support the regional multi-sport event under the ASEAN Victory Project through its 6 subsidiaries in Southeast Asian countries, also one in Thailand too. The subsidiaries plan to provide seasonings and beverages as well as the amino acid-based amino vital products to athletes in the games. Ajinomoto is a global manufacturer of high-quality food and amino acid-based products using applications of amino acid technologies. Since 2003, Ajinomoto has been working on the Victory Project to support athletes in Japan and has been conducting nutritional support activities by utilizing the amino acids in products such as amino vital and winning meals, kajimeshi to athletes. In Thailand, the ASEAN Victory Project was initiated in 2018 when Ajinomoto Thailand started providing amino-based products to the National Volleyball Association and later for the Badminton Association of Thailand in 2020. Originally scheduled to take place from 21st November to the 2nd of December last year, it was moved. The games was moved to 12 to 23rd May 2022 as a result of the COVID pandemic. The games will feature 40 sports, mainly those played at the Olympic Games. This is the second time Vietnam will hold the SEA Games in 2003, and 11 members of Southeast Asian Games Federation are expected to take part in the SEA Games. For the logo, let me tell you about this. The logo of
Mm-hmm.
the games, the 31st SEA Games logo was inspired by the combined image of a dove and a human hand. But this one that's showing is the
What is
mascot.
this?
This the mascot of the game is Saula. If I pronounce it wrong, sorry.
Saula?
Is Saula. Saula.
Saula?
Inspired by it's a rare mammal native to central Vietnam. It's very cute one. For the motto, okay, the motto
No.
for this the SEA Game is for a stronger Southeast Asia. It was the motto was chosen to be the motto for this edition,
Mm-hmm.
and for the games For a stronger Southeast Asia, it represents Vietnam hope for the region to grow stronger and signify the region's drive to tackle and defeat the COVID-19 pandemic in Asia. Okay, this what's going on with the SEA Games. So finally, they got this main sponsor. Mhm. Okay, coming up next
Well,
is
talking about COVID 19,
COVID. Mhm.
pardon?
About COVID. So we have the
Yes,
next
talking
one
about the
of COVID.
COVID. That's right. Well, it seems like there's a widespread of COVID 19 in schools in Thailand. So
Mhm.
we have new COVID 19 clusters have emerged in a number of schools nationwide after the Education Ministry allowed them to reopen. So, Education Minister Trinut Thong said that the best way for children to learn is to go to school, which I also agree with that because students, get socialized with their friends, participate in questions. They have the human interactions.
Mhm.
But however, the emergence of the highly transmissible Omicron variant has triggered COVID-19 clusters at school in Nan, เพชรบูรณ์ราชบุรีเชียงใหม่ลำปางสุโขทัยศรีสะเกษ101เพชรบุรีปราจีนบุรีสระแก้วสมุทรปราการหนองคายยโสธร and เลย basically many more including Bangkok as well. So the non-mayor has already announced a temporary closure of 4
Mhm.
schools and some camp, the Children Camp Development Center, between January 21st to 28th, as the number of COVID-19 infection is likely to increase over there.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, in Ban Rahun, school in Phetchabun has become a field hospital after 36 students and 1 teacher test positive for COVID-19. And those who tested negative have been ordered to attend online classes. And precisely around 311 teachers and students from โรงเรียน Thamjaritni School, a girls' school in Ratchaburi, tested COVID positive after the virus spread in dormitories separately. So, according to expert virologist Dr. Yong Puwarawan said in his Facebook post on Tuesday that children should receive the COVID-19 jab, especially those who have other diseases, as they would be at risk of developing severe symptoms. And he said that children should receive mRNA or, like Moderna or Pfizer and or inactivated Sinovac and Sinopharm vaccines. While the Thai Food and Drug Administration has approved Pfizer for children aged 5 and above. Dr. Young said that we believe that the Thai FDA will also approve inactivated vaccine for children soon as China, Malaysia, Indonesia, Cambodia, and countries in the Middle East and Latin America have approved this vaccine for children aged 3 and above. And the interval between 2 doses for children is 3 to 12 weeks, but this can be adjusted depending on the situation. And there is a possibility that children would be able to receive a cocktail dose and a booster dose, but further study are necessary. คุณวิทยาคะ
ครับ
there is a lot of, let's say, debate
Mhm.
that should children be vaccinated, and some are
Mhm.
against that they say that children are very too young and too sensitive for that. But on the other side,
Mhm.
children are also exposed to the virus like us. So upcoming next week, ค่ะคุณวิทยา we will have this report on whether should children be vaccinated.
So we
So
will follow up more for next week, okay?
that's
But
right.
anyway, you have to wear a mask. Wearing a mask, please. So the government's public relations department posted on its Facebook page an announcement by the Center for COVID-19 Situation Administration regarding fines for people who will still fail to wear face masks in public. If you are caught without a face mask in public for the first time, the fine will not exceed 1,000 baht, according to the announcement. But for second offense, the fine will range from 1,000 baht to 10,000 baht. For a third offense and so forth, the fine start from 10,000 baht but will not exceed 20,000 baht. The Center for COVID-19 Situation Administration has imposed a fine on people who do not wear face masks in public since April last year in red and orange zone provinces or areas with high infection rates. As infections continue to climb, the face mask mandatory zones had been expanded to cover the entire country in June 2021. The fine is based on the punishment clause stipulated in the Communicable Disease Act. So this is one thing that become our daily life, Papunina, that we have to wear
Mm.
a mask. So if we get used to it, so we should not be afraid of being fined. And for our tourists, what happened to the test and go plan that we expect to draw a lot of tourists to come to Thailand?
Wonderful, wonderful, very wonderful. So Test and Go draws over 23,600 tourist
Wow.
application as
Wow.
of on the first day that
Mhm.
it's resumed. So as I say, a total of 23,660 foreigners registered for Thailand Pass under Test and Go on Tuesday, which is the 1st of February, the first day that the Test and Go resumed. I'm sorry. The first day that the Test and
The
Go
first day,
resumed.
right.
Yes. So according to government spokesman Thanakorn Wangbunkong said yesterday that this includes the response for the revival of the Test and Go scheme of a total of 29,194 people had registered for Thailand Pass as on Tuesday, 1st of February, and the number was likely to increase. So the Test and Go scheme aimed at bringing tourists back into the country without risking the spread of COVID-19 that had been launched in November last year, but was paused for months later when the Omicron variant of the virus started spreading. Under the new Test and Go scheme, travelers are required to book and pay for accommodations and RT-PCR tests on their first and fifth days in Thailand. So comparing to before, travelers arriving under Test and Go were only required to spend one night in the hotel and pay for one RT-PCR test. But now things have changed, so it will be on the first night and the fifth night. Foreign travelers are also required to have insurance with a coverage of no less than 50,000 US dollars. If the insurance does not cover the cost of isolations after the traveler is infected or a high risk of infections, then the traveler must cover the cost of isolation themselves. While Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha had ordered every organization to proceed with economic activities to welcome tourists with strict public health measures. There is also the policy to publicize Thai tourism and culture with soft power. The tourism strategy is being adjusted to support health tourism so as to create opportunities and increase income for people in the country. Mhm.
Right. So we have more tourists with the new improved Test and Go scheme.
That's right. And Thailand's also ranked amongst the 10th rank that the country was chosen for retirement.
Right.
So let's have a look at our interview. Our next live interview, we will talk about one of the most important dimensions of human equality, which is creating a space and society that is designed to welcome people from all walks of life, showing seniors and disabled people that although there are limitations in life, society does care, and what better way to show them than to actually curate that into thoughtful design. So coming up next in our interview with PI, as we know, Mr. Kritsana Lalai, Chairman of Thailand Friendly Design Expo 2022 and President of Friendly Design for All Foundation, on how Thailand is moving towards an all-inclusive society. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Voice of the Nation. Please welcome Kun Grisana Lalai, Chairman of Thailand Friendly Design Expo 2022 and President of Friendly Design พี่อ๋อยสวัสดีครับ Long time no see ครับพี่อ๋อย
สวัสดีครับ Good morning คุณยอดและคุณลีน่านะครับ
ครับ
สวัส
and
ดี
ดี
ค่ะ
ที่อยู่กับ
everyone
เราครับพี่อ๋อยครับ what is the aim of the Thailand Friendly Design Expo and Friendly Design Foundation
Oh, thank you very much for your question. Thailand Free Design Expo is a yearly exhibition organized by Free Design for All Foundation. The expo aims to promote and improve the quality of life for all people, especially the elderly, people with disabilities, rehabilitation patients, pregnant women, children, and wheelchair users.
อืม
All fully designed products, innovations, technology, and service will be shown in this event. For example, accessible cars, health and wellness tourism package, fairly designed sanitary ware, housing for all, wheelchairs in special price. Wow,
อืม
very interesting.
อืม
And
Okay
moreover, there are many activities to join and to learn about fair design
อืม
and how to support to complete aging society
อื
and
ม
to promote equalize for people with
อืม
disability
อื
from
ม
related organizations
อืม
such as Department of Promotion and Development of the Quality of Life of Person with Disabilities,
I
Office
see
of the Health Promotion Foundation or Thai Health, Ministry of Health and Israel Embassy.
อืม
This year's event will be held in February 10 to 13, 2022 at Hall 101, Bangkok International Trade and Exhibition Center or Bytech Bang Na, Bangkok, Thailand. The main concept, the main concept of Thailand Free Design Expo this year is safety, health, and accessibility.
อืม
Let's come and join us to drive Thailand forward to the goal of friendly design and tourism for all, hub of ASEAN. You can find more information on our Facebook and website tourismforall.com and Thailand friendlydesignexpo.com.
อืม
Welcome.
โอเค
Uh,
ค่ะ
and for the goal of Friendly Design for All Foundation, Friendly Design for All Foundation aims to campaign and encourage public and private sectors to realize the importance of friendly design, the design of buildings, products, or environments to make them accessible to all
อืม
people,
อืม
including the elderly, people with disabilities, pregnant patients, pregnant women, children, and wheelchair or wheelchair users. In order in promotion human rights, equality, and accessibility,
อืม
the foundation supports all sectors to improve their places and service to facilitate people with all age and physical conditions to be inclusively accessible in buildings, tourist attractions, transportation, information service, and all public service equally. We hope that Thailand will gradually be more and more accessible and finally become a fairly designed country that everyone, including people with disabilities, can live independently. Thank you.
It's a lot of detail and you can go to the website uh, to find more information to พี่อ๋อยครับ how would you define quality of life
Oh, for me, the word good quality of life means that people of all genders, age, and physical conditions are able to live a quality life happily by themselves without relying on other people around them.
อืม
For this reason, I have to emphasize on friendly design or the design of facilities to be accessible the people of all age groups and physical conditions. So friendly design is the answer to this question because I believe that there isn't people with disabilities, but the only disable environment which we must help to solve this problem together by using the concept of fairly design to make everything fairly and accessible for all people.
ค่ะ
right
So when you say inclusive health, do you mean that the prices are affordable to all people?
Oh, thank you for this question. Not only the price that should be affordable, but also that lies to access health products and service. We want all groups of people on all economic conditions and social status to be able to access to good health products and service for the good quality of life and happiness of all people in the society. Although in fact it isn't easy because good quality products and service tend to be expensive. However, in the Felisa Expo this year that we are going to hold in February 10 to 13 at Baitik Bangna, we ask for cooperation to every booth, every department, every company that will exhibit and sell products and the event, which are more than 100 organizations, to have a very special price re, uh, reduction in our expo. It is starting from a 30% discount to an 80% discount, which is they reduce the price more than this. It seems like giving away for free.
ครับโอเค
And
ครับ
finally, uh, therefore, I would like to invite you all to visit this event. Let's come to buy good products and a very fairly price is only in this event. Thank you so much.
That's very wonderful พี่อ๋อยครับ next one we're gonna speak in Thai and we're gonna ask you in Thai and we're gonna translate it I do it okay พี่อ๋อยครับ this is the มันเป็น the largest ใหญ่ที่สุดเลยใช่ไหม this is the largest event so far Thailand มีมาก่อนใช่ไหมครับ the largest so far for Thailand for this kind of event เป็นอีเวนท์ที่ใหญ่ที่สุดที่เราเคยมีมาไหมใช่ไหมครับ
ใช่ครับขออนุญาตตอบภาษาไทยเลยนะครับ
ได้ครับเดี๋ยวผม
ก็
แปลให้
อยาก
ครับ
จะขอเรียนท่านผู้ชมนะครับว่างาน Thailand Friendly Design Expo เนี่ยนะครับถือได้ว่าเป็นงานแรกและงานเดียวที่ใหญ่โตที่สุดในระดับโลกนะครับเพราะอะไรครับนี่ผมไม่ได้โม้นะครับเพราะต้องดูเหตุผลว่างานเนี้ยเป็นงานที่จัดโดยมนุษย์ล้อนะหรือว่าคนพิเศษก็ไม่อยากจะเรียกว่าคนพิการเพราะอย่างที่ผมพูดเมื่อสักครู่เนี่ยคนพิการไม่มีที่มีอยู่ที่เป็นปัญหาอยู่คือปัญหาสภาพแวดล้อมพิการงานนี้ตั้งมาก็เพื่อจะแก้ปัญหาเรื่องนี้โดยเฉพาะเลยเรื่องสภาพแวดล้อมพิการตลอดจนความรู้สึกนึกคิดที่อาจจะพิกลพิการในอดีตที่ผ่านมาใช่ไหมครับจึงเกิดงานนี้แล้วก็ทำโดยทีมงานมนุษย์ล้อเนี่ย100 กว่าชีวิตนะครับทั่วทุกจังหวัดที่เรามีเครือข่ายมนุษย์ล้อทูตอารยสถาปัตย์เนี่ยประจำอยู่จังหวัดต่างๆทุกภูมิภาคก็มาจัดงานนี้ผมก็เลยสำรวจดูแล้วว่าในโลกนี้ยังไม่เคยมีงานเอ็กซ์โปหรืองานแฟร์อีเวนท์ที่ไหนใดๆในโลกเนี้ยที่จัดโดยมนุษย์ล้ออย่างพวกเราแล้วก็ถือว่าเป็นงานที่ใหญ่โตอลังการอยู่ในเกณฑ์ใช้ได้เลยทีเดียว1 ฮอพื้นที่ 5,000 ตารางเมตรครับ
ครับโอเคครับ let me do the translation work for you this is not one of the biggest it's the biggest and the largest in the world the event the Thailand Friendly Design Expo and Friendly Design and also this event is organized by the special people on the wheels so we say
wheelchair
people on
users
the wheelchair users more than 100 people in from many
many
provinces
provinces.
across Thailand, and also this is the creative event that they are very proud of to present and to tell the society that they are not this stable, but the environment is this stable and not supportive for them to live on โอเคครับพี่อ๋อยครับแล้วงานนี้นะครับได้รับการสนับสนุนจากหน่วยงานใดบ้างครับ My question is sorry my question is who's sponsoring the event like this ครับพี่อ๋อย
give you support
ก็เนี่ยแหละครับก็ต้องขอบพระคุณทุกภาคส่วนนะครับอย่างที่เรียนนะเป้าหมายของเรานี่ชัดเจนคือแก้ปัญหาสภาพแวดล้อมพิการให้ผู้สูงอายุผู้ป่วยติดเตียงผู้ที่ใช้วีลแชร์เป็นวีลเลอร์หรือวีลแชร์ยูเซอร์มนุษย์ล้อเนี่ยออกจากบ้านได้ใช้ชีวิตอิสระได้เต็มตามศักยภาพของเขาด้วยการออกแบบเฟรนลี่ดีไซน์ด้วยเทคโนโลยีด้วยนวัตกรรมเพื่อคนทั้งมวลเนี่ยนะครับด้วยเหตุนี้เนี่ยเมื่อเรามีเป้าหมายเด่นชัดแบบอย่างเนี้ยแล้วก็ทำมาเป็น10 ปีแล้วจนมาเป็นเอ็กซ์โปที่เราได้คุยกันเนี่ยนะครับก็ทำให้มีภาคส่วนต่างๆทั้งภาครัฐบาลภาคราชการภาคเอกชนแล้วก็ภาคประชาชนเนี่ยมาร่วมแรงร่วมใจกันมากเหลือเกินแล้วก็ไม่เฉพาะในเมืองไทยนะครับนานาชาติก็เข้ามาร่วมขับเคลื่อนกับเราด้วยอย่างปีเนี้ยแม้ว่าจะมีสถานการณ์โควิดทำให้การเดินทางเนี่ยไม่ปกติยังเดินทางมากันไม่ได้เพราะต้องมีปัญหาเรื่องกักตัวมีกฎกติกามากมายก็เดินทางมาไม่ได้เป็นส่วนใหญ่แต่ก็มีทีมงานนานาชาติที่ยังอยู่ในเมืองไทยเนี่ยอย่างเช่นสถานทูตอิสราเอลนะฮะท่านทูตท่านปัจจุบันเนี่ยนะครับท่านใหม่ล่าสุดเนี่ยประเทศอังกฤษประเทศญี่ปุ่นประเทศเบลเยียมประเทศอิตาลีเนี่ยนะอย่างน้อยก็เยอรมนี5-6 ประเทศก็จะมาร่วมขับเคลื่อนกับเราในงานที่ไบเทคบางนาออนไซต์สัปดาห์หน้าเนี่ยวันเปิดวันพฤหัสนะครับก็นี่แหละครับก็ขอบพระคุณอีกครั้งก็ผมนับเนี่ยองค์กรต่างๆเนี่ยประมาณ108 องค์กรนะแหมเลขสวยพอดี108อรหันต์108 องค์กรทั้งภาครัฐภาคเอกชนแล้วก็ภาคประชาชนตลอดจนนานาชาติเนี่ย6 ประเทศที่ได้กรุณามาร่วมขับเคลื่อนกับเราในงาน Ferry Side Expo ในครั้งนี้ครับ
คุณนีน่า you like to help me
yes of course. So basically, this event has received a lot of support and has received a lot of sponsoring from internals, like from Thailand local, from the government as well, and from the international organizations. We also received the support from the Israeli embassy, the UK, Japan, Belgium, Italy, Germany, and more than 108 organizations who comes and sponsor and support these wonderful events, because this wonderful events is not just any other events. It has been designed by the impaired, by the wheelchair users. So basically, this will be very practical and this will be an answer of the future as well, because this aims to help to fix the problems of how to travel around in Thailand, right. And how hard is the impaired wheelchair users. They travel around, especially in Bangkok, basically. And a part of that, they will help to fix the problem, to ease or facilitate the life of the impaired, or those people who are stepping in the aging society, or for the patients who are in the recovering stage.
Why lovely พี่อ๋อยครับ one last question อีกคำถามหนึ่งครับที่จริงอยากถามมากกว่านี้นะพี่อ๋อยคือในงานนะครับมีอะไรที่น่าตื่นเต้นแล้วก็คนทั่วไปเนี่ยควรจะไปเพราะอะไร so my question is what are the exciting items or gadgets or technologies there that general public should go and visit the event ครับ
The highlights
ครับคุณยอดครับคุณลีน่าครับคำถามนี้ถ้าเกิดเอาจริงๆต้องขอเวลาสัก50 นาทีเป็นอย่างน้อยนะว่างานนี้เราบอกว่างานนี้เป็นเจ้าแห่งสวนสวยเพราะว่ามีการแต่งสวนรับวาเลนไทน์นะโอ้ตั้งโดยสวนนนุษย์พัทยาคุณกำพลตันตจานี่แชมป์โลกเหรียญทองระดับโลกเลยนะมาจัดทั้งงานเนี่ยให้เป็นเฟรนลี่ดีไซน์แบบสวยงามถ่ายรูปมาเช็คอินแล้วก็มาแชร์กันได้ผมว่าไม่แพ้ชาติไหนๆในโลกนี้เราต้องการประกาศสัญญานุภาพประเทศไทยในทุกๆด้านโดยเฉพาะเรื่องของเฟรนลี่ดีไซน์อันนี้หนึ่งนะ เราเป็นเจ้าแห่งสวนสวย2เนี่ยงาน Ferry Side Expo เนี่ยถือว่าเป็นเจ้าแห่งนวัตกรรมและบริการเพื่อสุขภาพสำหรับผู้สูงอายุแล้วก็ผู้พิการแล้วก็โดยเฉพาะมนุษย์ล้อมีงานเรางานเดียวนะผมว่าในอาเซียนในเบื้องต้นเนี่ยนะแต่เอเชียยังมีญี่ปุ่นของเรานี่เป็นงานเดียวในอาเซียนเลยที่เจาะกลุ่มตลาดชัดเจนเรื่องผู้สูงอายุเรื่องสุขภาพเรื่องการใช้ชีวิตอิสระโดยเฉพาะผู้พิการแล้วก็ผู้มีปัญหาทางการเคลื่อนไหวซึ่งอาจจะรวมถึงเรื่องคนป่วยด้วยถูกไหมหรือคนบาดเจ็บตกกระล้มตกบันไดเข้าเฟือกอะไรเงี้ยก็ไม่ต้องกลัวครับว่าชีวิตจะเปลี่ยนไปมากมายด้วยเรามีเฟรนลี่ดีไซน์เนี่ยก็เป็นเจ้าแห่งเนี่ยสินค้าสุขภัณฑ์นะสุขภัณฑ์เรื่องชักโครกเรื่องห้องน้ำนี่เราก็ถือว่าเราก็รวบรวมมาเพื่อจะให้ตอบโจทย์ทุกช่วงวัยของชีวิตว่าท่านไม่ต้องพะวงว่าแก่แล้วไม่มีคนดูแลนะจากนี้ไปเนี่ยเราจะให้งาน Ferry Side Expo เนี่ยดูแลท่านด้วยเทคโนโลยีนวัตกรรมสินค้าบริการต่างๆมากมายและงานเรานี่ยังได้ชื่อว่าเป็นเจ้าแห่งรางวัลนะครับคุณลีน่าคุณยอดครับพอเรามอบรางวัลเพื่อจะเป็นแรงจูงใจเป็นพลังใจเป็นกำลังใจให้กับองค์กรหน่วยงานสถานที่โดยเฉพาะแหล่งท่องเที่ยวระบบขนส่งมวลชนต่างๆเนี่ยใครที่ทำดีไม่ทิ้งใครไว้ข้างหลังตามแนวทางการพัฒนาอย่างยั่งยืนตามกติกาสากลเนี่ยเช่นมีทางลาดมีห้องสุขาสำหรับผู้สูงอายุผู้พิการต้องประตูกว้าง90เซนมีราวจับการลื่นการล้มกว้างเส้นผ่านศูนย์กลางเมตรอะไรอย่างเงี้ยไม่ครึ่งเนี้ยเราก็จะมอบรางวัลชื่อว่า Friendly Design Award ประจำปีซึ่งวันปีเนี้ยเยอะมากเลยเพราะมันอั้นมา2ปีไม่ได้จัดคนส่งเข้ามาประกวดเนี่ยทั้งหมดเนี่ยประมาณ500ที่ทั่วประเทศเราคัดเหลือประมาณ200เพราะเดี๋ยวประธานมอบไม่ไหวและงานเรานี่ครับขอแถมงานนี้ยังเป็นเจ้าแห่ง VIP คืองานเราเนี่ยจะมีอย่างที่ผมเรียนนะครับทุกท่านก็จะมาช่วยกันส่งเสริมผลักดันอย่างเต็มที่เลยทั้ง VIP ภาครัฐบาลภาคเอกชน CEO ท่านประธานบริษัทองค์กรต่างๆเนี่ยมากันหนาแน่นถ้าเป็นสมัยก่อนเนี่ยท่านต้องเสียค่าเครื่องบินขึ้นคองคอร์ดเป็นล้านจะเจอ VIP ขนาดนี้ได้อะแต่เนี่ยเราเรียนมาอยู่ในงานเราเนี่ย 5,000 ตารางเมตรแค่4เดือนนะ10 11 12 13สัปดาห์หน้าเนี่ยพฤหัสศุกร์เสาร์อาทิตย์ที่ไบเทคบางนาเนี่ยท่านไม่ต้องเสียเงินเหมือนสมัยก่อนเพราะคอร์ดก็ไม่มีขึ้นแล้วนะเขาก็มีส่วนตัวหมดแล้วพวก VIP อ่ะงั้นท่านมาในงานนี้ท่านจะกระทบหลักคนดังผู้มีอำนาจตัดสินใจระดับพันล้านหมื่นล้านแสนล้านเนี่ยก็จะมาอยู่ในงานนี้นี่แหละครับที่ว่าเป็นเจ้าแห่ง VIP ด้วยครับที่เหลือก็ต้องพูดไปหมดนะครับขออภัยก็ต้องไปดูครับงานเทคโนโลยีการออกแบบเพื่อคนทั้งมวลก็มีงานนี้งานเดียวในพวกอาเซียนโดยเฉพาะช่วงเวลาเนี้ยช่วงโควิดนี่อาจจะเป็นงานเดียวในเอเชียด้วยซ้ำหรือในโลกก็ไม่ทราบนะครับก็พบกันนะครับสัปดาห์หน้า see you next week 10 to 13 February in Bytech บางนา Hall 101 see you bye bye thank you
อย่าเพิ่งบายบายอยู่กันก่อนครับตอนนี้น่าสรุปให้พี่นิดนึงครับ
ฮัลโหลได้ยินไหมคะ
ได้ยินครับได้ยินครับ
so the highlights of this events P. Oi said that it will be a very, very wonderful because you will be once you step in the events, you will have a warm welcome of the beautiful design of the garden from Suan Nong Nut. And as we know that Suan Nong Nut is very famous for the design of the garden is actually like world-class international standards. So you will have that, and also this events aim to target the ASEAN market as well. And they have the clear objectives, which is the target is the impaired wheelchair users and people who are stepping in aging society, or shall I say aging people.
Aging people, the disabled
people, yes,
special people on the wheelchairs.
And also like patients who are in recovery. Like P.O. say that you don't need to worry about anything when you because these events and all the designs aim to facilitate and ease the life. For example, you know, when in order to go to the bathroom is already for us it's already difficult already, right? And can you imagine like going to the bathroom for those patients, for the impaired wheelchair users will be like probably like 2 times or 100 times difficult. And these events will have these designs and the designs is designed for these people that you don't need to worry about like the difficulty just going to the bathroom.
Right.
And one thing that I'm very amazed about what PI say is, everything has been well calculated
Right. Let me
to
add
adjust to the life.
let me add to this point too. All the talks going to happen there. You can see all the VIP people and also award ceremony that because it's been prepared for the past 2 years. So the event got a lot like 500 entries for competition for those design who are well designed for the special people, and then there will be this award and you can meet the VIP. โอเคครับขอบคุณพี่อ๋อยมากนะครับ If you'd like to see the event and the products and technologies, please visit the Thailand Friendly Design Expo, the one and only in this region, 2022 on the 10 to 13 February at Bytech Bang Na Hall 101, and especially Thailand trajectory heading to a super age society in 2021, understanding the needs of senior citizens and people with disabilities in inclusive and affordable way through thoughtful design can really help enhance their quality of life ขอบคุณพี่อ๋อยนะครับกฤษณาละลาย Chairman of Thailand Friendly Design Expo 2022 and President of Friendly Design for All Foundation ขอบคุณมากครับคราวหน้าจะเชิญมาคุยกันต่อนะครับพี่อ๋อยครับครับ
พี่อ๋อยครับ สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดี
See you
ค่ะ
ครับ
That was fun.
we should go there. We should take coverage. We should
Yes.
go and cover the event. It's very interesting event.
Yes, we should go and try the innovation and technology as well. I would love to try that. But by the way, I would like to add more. The Super Age Society in Thailand is heading in 2031. It's 2031. Okay, so that wraps up our today program, Voice of the Nation's morning news update. And as usual, before we go, we will leave you with a video clip of an art from scrap. It's called Made of Toys, and which is about a man lives in Hebei province near Beijing in China, who has made wonderful arts made of toys, and one day he put his work and productions on the social media platforms. And surprisingly, his work gained lots of popularity with followers on Bilibili and TikTok, which
I see.
Yes, one of the popular videos actually reached like almost 12 million views.
Whoa.
Yes, and apart from that, he also managed to sell his work at $15,700 US, or around คุณวิทยาค่ะ around 500,000 baht.
Wow.
That's a sum. That's the round up, but actually there's more. Okay, class. So for today, I hope you enjoy our live program. Stay tuned with us with the latest news and information from Thailand's premier English language news source, connecting Thailand to the world from Monday to Friday, 8 to 9 a.m.
ครับ live streaming to our website nationthailand.com, Facebook and other social media platform. Don't forget to click like and share. วิทยาแสงอรุณครับ
And I am Nina Nirasha Malisak. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
自从我尝试用这个做雕塑以后，我觉得这个做出来的感觉还是蛮有意思的，然后就一直去用这个去做尝试各种造型的。我每做一个东西，我都会去想象出它做出来那种感觉。
One person's trash is another's treasure. All these majestic sculptures you see, they have one thing in common. They're all built from trash. This unseemly ground littered with used tires is actually Tao Shunga's art studio in China's Hebei province near Beijing. Here, Tao creates sculptures using worn-out tires.
其实刚开始吧，我觉得本来是做文员嘛，然后我觉得做那个其实是蛮没有挑战性的，其实是挺枯燥的。我觉得我本身学的是美术嘛，然后我又喜欢动手做一些东西，所以说，就接触到这个行业里面来。
Making tire sculptures is painstaking work. Tao Shunga says it requires deep research and a good understanding of different materials. You have to conceive of the image in your mind and then design the drawings. The internal frame of the artwork is built with steel bars. Once the frame is done, Tao begins carving out the tires. He first removes the rubber belt from the tire and cuts it into small squares. He then puts the pieces on the bars with steam nails, little by little, to shape the texture of the outer layer of the model.
肯定得去看一些动漫，还有去体验一些游戏，因为它里面有很多好的设计都在里面。
To make a typical tire sculpture, Tao would cut tens of thousands of tires into small pieces. One artwork could take 10 days to even months from start to finish.
肌肉的一个走向，包括动物啊，包括人物这个骨骼这些东西是最难的。解决的方法其实也就是做多了也就会了，多看多学，多去网上去找一些动物的解剖之类的，就是这样一个学习的过程吧。有这么一个就是中国文化里面的蚩尤，这个是我做的最难受的一个。因为当时它是3头6臂嘛，我没做过类似这种结构的，我不知道它怎么去长出3个头，还有它这个在哪里长着这6个胳膊，其实这个时候是最难的。
In 2019, Tao Shunga started to film his production process and put it out on social platforms. He's a social media star now, with followers on Bilibili and TikTok, among others. One of his most popular videos garnered nearly 12 million views.
我也没想到会有这么多粉丝，但是我觉得，既然大家这么支持我的话，我觉得我还会去做下去吧，然后做更多他们感兴趣的一些东西。如果一个人经常无人问津的话，我觉得是挺没意思的。不过这多朋友一直是关注着这个事儿，我觉得，我就挺满足的，挺幸福的。
Among Tao's regular customers are game and toy manufacturers who commission work for product promotion. His sculptures sell for an average of about $15,700 or 122,000 Hong Kong dollars. Tao's work has gradually become a family business. These days, his father helps him buy used tires from a local tire factory, and his sisters assist him with errands.
也没想过去通过这个去挣钱之类的，刚开始也就是一个兴趣，只是一个兴趣。然后我全家刚开始他们还是挺支持，我觉得是挺支持的，至少没反对。我觉得一家人在一块儿，为了一件事儿而挺高兴、挺愉快的去做一件事，而且还能解决一个温饱问题。其实这样的话，我就觉得挺满足的。